Welcome to Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club. We're so happy that you joined our meeting tonight. And I want to say hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon to all of you from all around the world. And in Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club, we have special vibe, and we want you all to be active and be enthusiastic and be excited. And for that, I would like to call the club president, Distinguished Toastmaster Pipit Andriani, to officially open this meeting. Please welcome DTM Pipit Andriani.
Thank you so much, everyone, and especially Natalie for giving me time to open this meeting. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bhinneka. After 2 weeks of doing whatever we do to survive, finally we meet again here to hopefully enjoy a meeting. And although obviously only 6 of us, hopefully more people will come later. Stanley is definitely coming. However, we will soldier on. There's no turning back, because we will talk about something important today. And hopefully after the end of the meeting, every one of us will get something new out of this meeting. And in Bhinneka, we have motto, our values, as simple as ABC. A, appreciate our club members. B, build each other up. And C, celebrate our successes. And hopefully we can uphold all of this. Yeah. Now, without further ado, I would like to officially open this meeting. Okay, now go to top, which is me. It's going to be awkward. Right, so today's theme is actually peace and war. It's a little bit awkward for me to say peace and war because I'm used to say war and peace. If you know, War and Peace is actually a very famous book by Leo Tolstoy, from Russia, talking about how the war will never end, basically. So even the first descendant of humans already had conflicts even back then, right? Even when there were only 5 people living on the earth that time, there was already war or conflict. So more population, that means there will be more conflicts. Yeah. So, and I'm sure it's no stranger to all of us that lately, particularly since 7th of October, the world has been witnessing a lot of conflicts, right? Particularly in Gaza, the ongoing humanitarian crisis there. And it's funny because when we decided this theme, we actually decided this like 3 months ago, without knowing that there would be this humanitarian crisis. And our original title is actually quoted also from War and Peace, which says, "Only the dead see the end of war," right? For those of us who are still alive, we'll keep hearing about some type of wars here and there in our daily life. Yes, war is part of human nature, although a lot of historians said right now is relatively more peaceful in comparison to other times in our history. So 100 years ago, the wars were fought more bloodily than today. So although it is still considered more mild or milder compared to World War I or World War II, for example. But of course, we never witnessed that time. So what we can witness only now. So it's hard for us to imagine, is it possible to get any worse than this? Something like that. Cyber wars. I would like to welcome cyber wars. No one dies in cyber wars. So I don't know, dude. Another thing about that is, now the war is also the war on information. Yeah. So it deals a lot with framing. In debate, we call it framing. You portray the same actors as what and as what. So the same person can be painted with totally different picture. Just like a famous saying, one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter. This one person can be seen as a terrorist by one side, it can be seen as a freedom fighter as the other side, which happens to Hamas as of now. For Israel and then the allies, Hamas is seen as a terrorist group. But for Palestinian people, maybe Hamas are the freedom fighters, right? So this is the type of framing that happened now in our today's world, because people want to justify their act of aggression. Yeah. Because that person is like this, that's why we have a right to bomb them. Or that person like this, then we have a right to kidnap them. Things like that. Okay, so that is the intro about peace and war. And hopefully, although the theme is a little bit dark, but it doesn't really make us down that much. Okay? All right, so that is the introduction from the Tom. And then now I would like to call the GE, which is me again. Yeah, GE. GE is for evaluating. As you know that in Toastmasters, we also have to improve. Use every chance we get to improve ourselves, including in delivering our meeting. So the first member of the team is actually grammarian. So please, grammarian, explain your role.
Hey, good evening, everyone. So, as grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to your language usage. I'll take note of any improper language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. So, for today's meeting, the word is truce, which means an agreement between enemies or opponents to stop fighting or arguing for a certain time. And the synonyms of it is the famous ceasefire that has been going around on the internet. And an example of using the word is we demand for ceasefire for Palestine, and has been encouraged lately. And each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day, and I will give the grammarian's report when called upon during the meeting, and also report on the usage of the word of the day. So that will be all for me, and I'll give it back to our general evaluator and also Tom. Keep it back.
Thank you so much, grammarian. Yes, truce is our word of the day, but you can also ceasefire. They serve the same purpose, but ceasefire is usually only fires being shot. That would be ceasefire. But truce, for example, I have a beef with Kayum. Beef is, fight between us, and then for now, let's just forget it for a few minutes. That would be a truce. Yeah, not ceasefire, because I did not drop any bombs to Kayum's house. If someone did, it wasn't me. Okay, Kayum. So we don't need ceasefire between us. We just need a truce. Thank you for the explanation, Bia. Now let's go to our next member, which is supposed to be accounter, but we will skip the accounting duty today. Next one is timer. Please, Kayum, explain your role.
All right. Thank you very much, Madam General Evaluator. Now, a lot of us would argue, like, am I within the time? Am I qualified? Am I disqualified? So a timer is the media to get a truce from it, where we come into an agreement whether you are eligible or not eligible to speak within the time given. And as for today, we have usual 3 sessions, which is the prepared speeches, table topics, and at the same time evaluation. Now, where do I stand in the ABC as mentioned by our Madam Toastmasters? I am in the B sections where I'll build your confidence to speak within the time given. If you speak out from the allocated of time, should be okay, and I will let you know, and that's where we can improve it from. And as for today, we have an icebreaker speeches, and I will show my virtual background later on and turn on the green virtual background on 4 minutes, yellow virtual background on 5 minutes, and the red virtual background on the 6 minutes. In the table topics, it should be around 1 to 2 minutes, where 1 minute I will turn my virtual background into green, and then when it's come into 1 minute 30 seconds, it will turn into yellow, and when it's come to 2 minutes, it will turn into red. And for evaluation sessions, it will go from 2 to 3 minutes, where 2 minutes it will turn into green, 2 minutes 30 seconds will turn into yellow, and 3 minutes it will turn into red. So my friends, when it comes to red, you have 30 seconds to wrap up your speech in any section, whether prepared speeches, table topic, or evaluation. And with that, let us listen to our speakers today. Back to you, Madam G.
Thank you so much for the thorough information about the job of a timer, and please everyone keep within your time frame. Now, next one is our Zoom host and ballot counter. Please welcome Seni.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, as a Zoom master, I will try my best to get all of the speakers spotlighted when they're speaking. And also, as the ballot counter, I will try my best to count for the favorite votes later on. I think we're gonna have many participants for the table topics, right? Because we only have one speakers and one evaluator. So I am excited for the team today, for the table topics session. Okay, all right, that's all about my roles. And let's get meeting started faster. And I return the control back to our Tom.
Thank you, GE. Yes, thank you.
Okay, same. Okay.
Yes, thank you, Seni. So yes, that's correct. One less work for Seni because we only need to vote on the best table topic speaker. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Now let's go to our next agenda, which is the prepared speech session. So, which is going to be led by the Tom, me again. Okay, so in Toastmasters, Juan is a guest here, so I have to explain. The prepared speech session is only reserved for Toastmasters members who would like to deliver their projects, so they can get credit for delivering it. So we have a lot of different paths we can take, and then we get a badge and certificate, things like that, after we complete the path or the levels of this path. And for today, we have a guest from SCBD Toastmasters Club, and Honey will deliver. Wait, sorry. Which one? Yeah.
Icebreaker.
Icebreaker. Yeah.
Yes, I sent it to Natalie, but somehow I lost it myself.
You want me to do it?
Yes. So please, Natalie, as the evaluator, can you explain the project of Honey?
Thank you, Toastmaster Pipe Andriani. Let me just confirm with Honey, because usually icebreaker is 4 to 6 minutes. Do you prepare for 4 to 6 minutes or 5 to 7 minutes?
For until 6.
Okay, great. Awesome. So today we will have visiting Toastmasters from SCBD Toastmaster Club, Toastmaster Honey, and she will be delivering from her second part, her icebreaker project. The speech title is Rebranding Yourself. The time is 4 to 6 minutes, and the purpose of this project is for her to introduce herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. And I will also notice, as a bonus, her strength and also things that she can improve, in particular related to this speech. With the speech title, Rebranding Yourself, please welcome Toastmaster Honey.
Have you ever felt lost about, sorry, pardon, am I audible? Is clear my voice?
Yes. You can restart anytime you're ready.
I'm ready now. Thank you so much. Have you ever felt lost about yourself in the past? Does anyone in here ever feel like that? Please raise your hand if you ever feel lost about yourself. Thank you, everyone. I ever feel lost, especially when I still doing my job few years ago. Dear my fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests, come back again with me, Hani Rodianza, in Deliver in Second Pathway Innovative Planning. Throwback in years 2022, I was doing reflection. I always ask myself, does this job provide development for me? My deep heart answer is no. I was doubt on myself that I need to change and challenge myself regarding my new roles until I brave to take this opportunity to switch my career roles from finance treasury to investment. First time I adapt is very hard. I learned something new. There are so many challenges. Start from the workflow, process, new system, new knowledge, new leader, new team. But I'm thankful for myself. Finally, I can survive. Until I knew more than 6 months. One day, during my process in my new roles, sometimes there also was a tragedy that I did something. I guess this is the wrong mistake that I ever make in my new roles. When the workflow rules is you can start from point A, B, and C and continue to D. This is the work process. But I just do only point A, B, and D. I missed the point that I didn't do the task in point C. At the time, I was stressful. I feel guilty. How if will be negative impact in the next task and others department? My leader was angry for me and tell that it shouldn't doing that. At the time, I feel I was desperate because I was blaming myself. Oh, after I switched my new roles, I failed. I can do it. But I guess this is the start for me for my due reflection. My leader was telling me, you missed something. I guess it will have a negative impact because if you miss the point C, the next task will be not good. After I do reflections until I was feeling this is not good for me, especially for my mental health. Like I ever feel lost, I just wake up, continue work, go to the work, but I didn't get anything. Okay, I decide myself to take a resign. And at the time, I already still in the process in new company. After that, company, but it was failed. My process didn't continue. I guess I was failed again. I was failed and failed. Build up myself to will continue. What's the next career with my want to build? I will build myself to start in my innovative planning, and I have a purpose and make a new path that I need to join in Toastmasters. I still build myself to continue to build my new skill in innovative planning because I need to project planning. I feel this is the progress in I continue in self-place in public speaking, project management, and continue my project plan. Dear my fellow Toastmaster and esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's okay if you ever feel lost in the past. It's okay if you feel ever failed. You are a human being. It's okay you take a rest for a while from your job while you're searching a new one. Only you can build from zero, build yourself, create your new image again. Your past doesn't define you in the present. Just don't look back. And rebranding yourself by start your development in Toastmasters like me. That's my next journey in innovative planning. And how about you? Thank you. Back to you, Madam.
Thank you so much, Honey, for delivering your experience and your plan to complete this. Yeah. And this is also informational session for those who want to take the same path. Can we highlight me as well? Spotlight for highlight. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so that's it. And we have only one speaker today. So, but we still need to know whether she is qualified time-wise. So, Kayum, Kayum is still here? Yeah, Kayum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Madam Toastmasters. Our friend, Toastmasters Hani Wardianta, take around 6 minutes 40 seconds to complete the icebreaker sessions. And with that, she is not eligible to be voted, but she is the one and only for today. I believe that we all agree she do the best already. Back to you.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes, important, yeah, time, yeah. We're just like a F1 racer. Even 1 second over time, we got penalized for it. Actually, once I joined a speech contest, I was overtime by 1 second. I was disqualified. Anyway, all right. So now let's go to our next session. But before we go to our next session, let's take photo first. Yeah, I think in the agenda usually between table topic session, between previous speech session and table topic, we have group photos. So Juan or Juan, depending on what language we read it with. Do you want to display your face? No? Okay. All right. I will take photo. 1, 2, 3. Okay. One more. Just now is peace, right? Oh, let's do it peace. I cannot do. I have two. Need 2 hands. Oh, I think I can.
I can help you out. I can help you out.
Okay, I can. 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay. Now war. Whatever. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2. All right. Thank you so much for the participation. Now let's go to the table topic session. Please welcome our table topic master, Natalie.
Thank you, our Tom and Keith, BTM Pipit, and hello, everyone. Now this is a session for you all. Guests, visiting Toastmasters, Toastmaster member all around the world, you can participate in this session because table topic is to help you practice your impromptu speech skill. It's basically help you to think on your feet. So the way I will run the session is I will ask for volunteer. If nobody volunteer, in 3 seconds, I will pick someone and I will give you the question. I will also post that question in the chat box and you can take several seconds to think and to breathe before you answer the question. The time is 1 to 2 minutes if you want to be eligible to be voted on, and our timer, Toastmaster Kayum, will time you on. So, who wants to be our first volunteer? Go, Seni.
I saw Toastmaster Hannah mention I want to volunteer myself again.
Who's that? Sorry. Okay, Honey, I will give you after Sani. Sani, you cannot go. You've been missing a month, so you get the first one.
Okay, ready or not?
Yeah.
Go.
Very easy, Sani. I'll give you the easiest one, okay? All right. So the question for Sani is, Sani, how do you define peace? Or in the other words, what does peace mean to you? So how do you define peace? In other words, what does peace mean to you? Toastmasters Sani.
How I define peace? How does peace means to me? Well, years ago, at the moment when I deliver my speeches, when I'm practicing deliver my speeches, and then suddenly I saw someone. There are some people whispering right in front, at the corner, me, and then another person like coming in and coming out, open and close the door. There was the moment I feel like they are so disturbing me. I'm delivering a speech. Didn't they know that I felt distraction of them? That's the moment that I found that I didn't feel peace at the moment. Maybe for you guys, it felt like, how come I call that a distraction? It was just only a little movement or little voice. But to me, recently that I found my personality, that I can easily get distracted by sound. So I feel like every time I want to have a peace, no sound at all around me. So a peace to me is no debating, like no arguments, no loud voice. That is in terms of my surroundings. Yeah, that's the moment I feel like, okay, I get peace, and then I can concentrate on doing my activities. I guess, yeah, only that. Thank you, Toastmaster. Natalie, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Sani. I believe that we all have defined peace in a different way, and if that what peace means to you, I'm totally cool with that. I think we should respect like our boundaries and our own definition of peace, because sometimes we forget to honor the peace that we believe we should have. So thank you for sharing that, Sani. Next, as I am already promising, is Toastmaster Honey.
Yes, Viviana.
Okay, now let me paste the question first in the chat box. I cannot, okay. So your question is, what came across your mind when you hear peace and war? What came across your mind when you hear peace and war? Toastmaster Honey.
Peace and war. What I know, war is between two community or two groups or many groups that have a conflict. I guess it is because it difference. It's because it is different situation that cannot be received, that cannot be accepted, and have a conflict both of parties. When they have a war, it will be a negative impact to around the environment. But at the end, the conflict after it's finished, our hope is will bring a peace, both of parties. We hope in positive way is they will have find solution. They will have solution then to bring how to bridge their problems and then continue it and find new solution that can bring their problem is solved. And after that, it will bring peace both of them. But if the reality is not the peace at the time, what should we do? As the audience or as the human from that we can watch from the outside, what we can do is we can just giving praying and also bring a positive way to reach in a new message that will be good to encourage everyone that hope the problems it will be solved. So negative impact that didn't bring ourself in personally. So my message is if the situation being worse or bad, only you can handle, only you can control your mind and breathe in a positive way because your mind is matter. Thank you. Back to you, Travel Topic Masters.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hani, for sharing that. And also, I think that's a timely reminder, right, for all of us, because we can be simply distracted, very easily distracted with all the things that happen outside. We sometimes forget to actually take care of ourselves and prioritizing what matters. So thank you for sharing that. I hear you. Okay, so now I want to give the chance to Toastmasters Safira Nabila. Let me put you on the spotlight. So I'll give you a question first, Bia. Do you want a normal question or a slightly difficult question?
Slightly difficult. I'd like to challenge myself.
Okay, then I'll give this to you. So let me just. Toastmaster Bia, in your opinion, is there any war that bring benefit or positive impact? Toastmaster Bia, in your opinion, is there any war that bring benefit or positive impact? Ping, ping, this is slightly difficult question. So take some time to think, and then when you're ready, it's 1 to 2 minutes.
Believe it or not, I believe that war has positive impacts. Every single war has positive impacts. You might be surprised. Why would a war, something so vicious and cruel, have positive impacts? It's because us as humans, we are resilient. We are able to learn from our mistakes. We are capable of knowing where did we go wrong and actually have some improvement from it to the reality that we're living after the war. I know it's a bit harsh to bring up the current topic as an example, the war that is going on in Palestine. One of the things, the positive impact from it is the fact that people get together. We become more united than ever. Yes, there might be some discussions here and there, or even debates around who is the more winning party. Which I believe in Israel. I believe in Palestine. But take away all of that discussion, heated discussion. Many people have become more united than ever. And even from people from opposition sides could come together because there are people who are willing to discuss and explain what is exactly going on its war. And because of a common understanding of what's going on, again, people become united. And it just, because of the impact of this war and the demonstration that has been going on, the world gets to see what kind of power when we are united has to offer. So, to answer your question, yes, I do believe every war has its positive impacts, regardless of the vicious cycle that has been going on for years. Thank you.
Well, awesome. Thank you. I didn't think about it. So I think that's a sharp observation from your end, Toastmaster Safira Nabila. So thank you for sharing that. It's true. When we are struggling, we bonded together. And I think that's our basic instinct. So this war at least showcase the basic of humanity, which is if there's like one positive thing we can get out of it, is to show that we are united. So thank you for reminding us about that. Next is our regular guest, Juan. Are you ready?
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
If you then just like normal question, let me post it in the chat. Juan, what is one thing that you and I, or what is one thing that we can do to bring peace into this world? In your opinion, what is one thing that we can do to bring peace into this world, Juan?
Yeah. Okay. What I would do to bring peace into this world, as we are talking about peace and war in this meeting, I actually remember one quote, maybe from a famous like person in the past. Like he said that war and peace is like two sides in the same coin. Like when you won war, you cannot gain peace when you are not going for war, and you are at the other hand, you cannot bring like war. Like if you cannot go to war, you have to establish peace first. And from that quote, I actually like thinking that peace is actually when we can bring mutual interest. This is the key point. We can bring peace into this world when we can like building this mutual interest between, yeah, like today's is like all the countries in the world. We can like, because I think war is happening because there is a conflict of interest, because countries in this world, they only think about their national interests, their domestic interests, so that it can generate conflict in anywhere between countries, between like today's, for example, like Russia, Ukraine, or Israel, Palestine, because they have conflicted interests. And I think to bring to peace to that kind of war, I'm thinking we have to think about what kind of mutual interest that those actors, those countries can find to find the solution for that. I think that's for my message is the resolution is would be based on what is the mutual interest or mutual things that can benefit for all the actors or the countries involved in that war. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Juan. Thank you for sharing that. I think that's also an insightful observation, because when there is a conflict, there are conflicting interests. That's why it's called conflict. As we know, if in like real world is not ideal, so we have
Yeah.
many conflicting interests among countries, and even among us, we also have different and sometimes conflicting interests. The key is how to bring truth or to bring peace into it. So thank you for sharing that. Okay, now, anyone else want to do the table topic? Kwayum, Patricia, Yvonne. Anyone wants to do it?
Eventually, everyone, right?
Yeah, it's basically do it now or do it
Okay.
later.
Now me then.
You okay? Okay.
Now me. Now me. Now me. Sorry.
Okay. Wait. Kwayum said I'll be last. Okay, Kwayum. So I'll give it first to Pipit. And this one is a little bit, yeah. It begins as a little bit philosophical, but then it's very practical. The question is, war does not happen only outside. It is also happening inside. What is one thing that you are still struggling to do even until now? So what is one thing that you are still struggling to do even until now? TTM Pipit.
Thank you so much for the question. I think the question is fitting to my current situation because, yes, as if like the condition of the world is actually in line with the condition within myself. There's a lot of conflicts out there. And right now, there are a lot of conflicts within myself as well. There are so many battles, but if I could pick one, probably is about how much do you want to give up to be able to achieve your dreams, probably. So as you know, since we were a kid, we usually have dreams, childhood dreams, right? We want to be this one, want to be like this. And you somehow realize your talent is this one. That's why you want to do that one instead of doing this. So I realized that I had these childhood dreams and I keep manifesting that I will be able to do it someday, things like that. The problem is to be able to achieve that dream, I have to give up on many things. So sometimes this is something that I'm not ready with, to give up on things that are important to me. And it's a battle that I still have not come out of. So yes, it's the battle between whether I should go that way in which I would like to achieve these dreams that I've had since I was a kid, and I feel like I'm furthering away from these dreams, or whether I should go with whatever I am doing right now, as long as I survive, but no particular direction. So it's a little bit difficult. I'm sorry, I cannot speak in a full term because it's very personal. But yes, there is a battle inside of me. I'm sure everyone has the same type of battle of some sort. And I really wish that everyone will be able to solve it. Like myself, I also wish myself to be able to solve it. And in the end, we can come out of this battle with a truce, with the reality and with the truth itself. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. This is Toastmaster meeting, but I feel like I'm in a counseling session. So thank you for sharing that. We don't really need to know the nitty-gritty of the detail because it's your personal life. Just by sharing that you are also struggling, as many of us also struggling, it also reminded us that, hey, we are all human. And this is just one phase of our life that we will need to overcome, that we will need to go through. And at the end, you know, the sun will always shine again. So thank you for sharing that. Next is either Yvonne or Patricia. You want to take a chance? Unmute yourself and I will give you the question.
Can I answer the question on war bring peace? Bring peace into this world? The questions, let me.
one thing that we can do to bring peace into this world? Is that what you want to do?
No. Is there any word that bring benefit or positive impact?
Okay, it's already been answered by another speaker, so I'm gonna give you a different question,
Okay, all right.
but it's still related to peace and also war. So Patricia, think about events in your life where you had a war, either it's in your family, in your workplace, or wherever you are. A war here can mean conflicts or like a big fight. What did you do when you are encountering that situation? What do you do when you are encountering war in your life, aka personal, professional life? Patricia.
What do I do when I encounter war in myself? I'm speaking in my towards things that happen in the family. There are many wars, but one war that I would like to mention is that sometimes I have conflict between me and my in-laws and also my own family, my side lah. So what do I do when I face these negative things that can lead to destructive thinking? Is that I tend to speak to Allah. That means I pray a lot because I do not want to make this thing prolong because for example, if there is negative things that happen to me when I am angry, I tend to get sick. So that is the best thing that I always do. I withdraw, not to make things even worse, and I pray. So by performing prayers, I speak to God. I feel that I can release some parts of the anger or the conflict that happens in myself. That could it be caused by myself or by the other party? But that is the only thing that I do now. Apart from that, because I do not speak, or rather, I do not let my worries or my conflict. I do not let other people know. That means I do not share all the conflicts, the anger, whatever, the negative things about myself or what happened to myself to the next person. So how I do or overcome that is the only thing that I do. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Patricia. I wholeheartedly agree with you because one of the things that I believe is as a human, we can only do so much, but God or Allah will do the rest. So when we leave everything onto His hand, miracles can happen beyond our imagination. So thank you for sharing that. Very encouraging. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Yvonne, Toastmaster Yvonne, do you want to try?
Sure. Thank
Okay.
you.
Can you spotlight her, please? Thank you very much. So your question is, Toastmaster Yvonne, how do you find peace in your hectic daily activities? We understand that everyone is busy and sometimes life can be hectic, but how do you find peace in your hectic or busy daily activities? Toastmaster Yvonne.
Yes, how do I find the peace in my headache daily activities? Find the peace, actually, in my job or among my family, relative, and even in my volunteer job. I think some hectic things is always happen. And sometimes I couldn't accept it, and even I want to reject it. But most of the time, in love situation, it seems we say the external situation is happened. We couldn't avoid it. So how do I manage it? The first, I have some tips. The first, I just think of the mindfulness of the death. Seems it's helped me to how to conquer the situation. And the second one, I just go back to a kind of the meditative thought. I quickly go back to love my breath in, inhale and exhale. I quickly, it give me a thought. Actually, the external situation, even the war or the fighting, it's just the external situation. But how come it's just a shorter happen? So the most important, I have to keep myself a peaceful mindset. That is important and also benefited to myself. We couldn't, how to say, people say you just embrace everything in the outer situation. But how come? Because I'm just a human being, I couldn't. So most important, I have to get back myself, how to get rid of the affliction and that situation arising. That can help me to keep peace in my mind. Thank you. Thank you. Back to Natalie.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ivan. Yes, if we think about it, it's very important for all of us to be able to find peace in our busy daily activities, because sometimes when we forget about it, life simply passes us by and we often forgot to cherish ourselves. So thank you for that reminder. And I think everybody already got their turn. So Toastmaster Kayum, it's now
All
your
right.
Sunny, would you mind to be a timer for Kayum's turn? Yeah. Yes, okay, cool. Okay, Toastmaster Kayum. The last one is pretty easy. Maybe suitable for you, okay? So peace is also means a state of resting, or peace also means rest. What do you do to get ultimate rest and relaxation? My question is, what do you do to get ultimate rest and relaxation? Toastmaster Kayum.
Recently, I force myself to do some activities beyond my capabilities. What do? I challenge myself to climb a ladder and to do some work at that moment. As all you want to know currently that I am an electrician. So working with ladders or working at a higher space is a thing for me. I am a big guy, really, really big, until even my supervisor say, Kayum, can you really climb that ladder? Yeah, that big. So I say to him, it's okay. If I fall, I have you. You have my trust and I have your trust. And that what makes me feels like, how do I relax to after doing that sort of activities? I take my time, have a rest, calm myself a little bit, drink some waters, and think about how can I achieve it better? How can I climb the ladder and shorten the period of time when I do work on ladder so that I don't have to, go ups and downs frequently. And at some point of my life, if I can't think any way out of it, I would say, never mind, tomorrow will always come. So I take some of the cardboards that I have in my office, and I lay down. I lay down, but I did not sleep, my friend. I did not sleep while working. So I take a moment to say that, let me rest a little bit. So when I have some certain, strength and power, I will do it back again. So my friend, it's come to always people say about, if you're tired, do not stop, but take a pause. And that's what I am doing. I hope you do it too. Back to you, Madam Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kayum. So when you said take a pause, I suddenly reminded of Toastmaster. And when we public speaking, we take a pause like this in the middle of our speech to give emphasis, to give some room to breathe, emotional relief. So that's actually the purpose of a pause in a speech, and it can directly apply it in all our real life as well. Okay, I think everybody already get a chance. So I would like to ask Toastmaster Kayum as the timer about the timing for all table topic speaker. Let me check the chat.
All right. Thank you very much, Madam Table Topic Master. First of all, Toastmaster Sunny, you take around 2 minutes 10 seconds. Toastmasters Honey, you take 3 minutes 3 seconds. Toastmasters Safira, you take around 2 minutes 16 seconds. Toastmasters Juan, you take around 2 minutes exactly 30 seconds. And Toastmasters Pipit, you take around 2 minutes 18 seconds. Toastmasters Patricia, you take around 2 minutes. And Toastmasters Yvonne, you take the same time with me, which is 2 minutes 36 seconds. Oh no, mine was 2 minutes 24 seconds. I'm sorry for the typo. And with that, thank you very much, Sunny, for your help. And with that, back to you, Natalie. As our speaker, Honey and Yvonne are not eligible to be voted.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kayum, for that very clear and accurate timing report. So ballot counter, Sunny, make sure the people who are not eligible will be removed from the ballot. And now I would like to invite our Zoom host, Toastmaster Sunny, to take another picture because we have, I think, 3 more guests coming in the middle of the table topic. Just making sure everybody is in the picture.
Yes. Toastmaster Patricia,
Yeah, Honey.
Safira. Yes. Okay. Let's take another picture. Toastmaster Honey, are you there? I count
You
on
can
3.
add her. Maybe.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. First pose is peace, right? Okay. I don't think I can do because I need to. Oh yeah, I can. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Let me check. 1. Moment. Okay, another one is war. Another pose is war pose. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you. Back to you,
Tom.
Natalie.
Okay. Sorry. Kakak. Thank you so much, Natalie. I was about to ask you a table topic question, but you ended it so quickly suddenly.
I knew it will come, so I cut it off.
My question was, do you think there will be peace on earth someday?
And my quick answer is, we can only believe.
We can only believe. That's like so gantung, like so hanging in the sky, yeah. Yes or no? Yes, hope for the best, yeah. Right. So thank you so much for leading a very interesting and deep table topic session, Natalie, as the table topic master. And thank you for the timer as well, who take note of everyone's time. Now let's move to our next session, which is evaluation session. Evaluation session will be led by GE, which is also myself. Then without further ado, I will call the first evaluator and the only evaluator for today, DTM Natalie.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pipit. I just want to make sure Hani is still in this Zoom room, right? Okay, no problem. You can turn off the camera. I'm gonna start very soon. Thank you. Toastmaster Hani, thank you for sharing that speech. I really like how this project means to you. Usually when people do a project, they write a speech or they make up something for it, but I could sense how your speech really means to you. You are very intentional in choosing your path and also in writing this speech. So I would like to really give you a commendation for that. And I believe that if you write what matters for you, other people will feel attracted to it. And I enjoy that the most. There are two things that I like from your speech. The first one is the structure is there. I'm a person who's really big in terms of like structuring your speech, because I believe structure gives clarity and it also helps people to get connected more. And you have the basic structure there. The opening is there with a question that directly engage the audience to think. And also the story in the body was relevant with your topic. And the closing was kind of the answer that you found through your journey for the questions that you asked in the beginning. So I like how it came back full circle. So kudos for that. Second thing that I like is the relatable content. You were talking about changing career, making mistakes and feeling lost. And I like the relatable content because all of us here have been there and we have done that. So we can directly connect and feel what you have felt in the past. So kudos for that. Two things that I would like to recommend to bring the speech to the next level is first, a smoother visual experience. So I noticed that when you deliver your speech, your eyes did this and that, especially in the beginning and also end part. It seemed like you were reading a note. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. Maybe it's because of the distraction. But I want to give you some tricks. If you want to read something, put it below the camera. So when you read it, your eyes seem to still look at the camera. One other thing that I noticed for a better visual experience is that you look a little bit nervous. I could sense the tension even in the Zoom room. And my suggestion for this is to smile, because at the end, especially at the end, you want to end with a positive vibe and encouraging notes. So making sure that you smile at the end. Second recommendation that I have is I noticed the closing was rushed. And I think it's because the time limit, or maybe you put a lot of things at the end. So my suggestion for you is to break down the closing and put some of the insights that you got or the conclusion that you get as a part of the body. So when you write a story, the story ends in something. So you don't really put the end in the closing. So at the closing, you can really focus on delivering the message, reinforcing it again, and answering how this can really rebrand yourself. Overall, I think this is a good icebreaker, and I congratulate you on completing the project, and I wish you all the best in your rebranding journey. Back to you, G.
Thank you, Natalie, for always delivering high quality evaluation. No wonder she keeps winning every year. But not only the speaker that can take the lessons out of it, even for us who did not speak also can take a lesson. For example, the one under camera is very probably simple, but probably we didn't even realize it. Yeah. So for example, if I'm reading like this, does it look like I'm reading or not?
No.
No, yeah, okay. I just read whatever is under my camera just now. Okay, so that means it works. Thank you so much, Natalie. So that is it, because we only have one speaker, so one evaluator. Now assume Natalie, 3 minutes 26. That means she is qualified. Yes. Now let's go to our next one, which is the general evaluation session. Okay, so the first one, accounter, is no need today. Grammarian. Please welcome grammarian Dia.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I hope this session doesn't dishearten you from public speaking or any doubt in learning your English because, yeah, I know how it feels to have your mistakes corrected at times. So, but yeah, let me just get started on this. Before I get into the good part, let me just get the dirty laundry out. And unfortunately, halfway, I think towards the end, there's noises here and the signal is quite awful. And so I only managed to get like the improper usage of language from the first speaker. And these are some of the improper usage of language. The first is I heard the speaker said I ever to mention something that she has done. And saying I ever is not correct. What you should say is that I had done this. So I had is the more correct way. No, not the more correct, the correct way to use it. And the speaker also said wrong mistake. And saying wrong mistake is kind of redundant because mistake is definitely wrong. So it's like saying mistake. So just say I made a mistake. And the third one, I do only. So it's not placed correctly. What's correct is I only did this. So, and the fourth one, the leader was telling me. It should be a past continuous tense. So the correct one is the leader was telling me. And I was failed. And that was also redundant because you don't need to put was when you're describing like an activity or a verb. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I need some time. So it's I failed. It's more correct. Don't say I was failed and failed. Just say I kept on failing. So that is more correct in that manner. And for the word of the day, unfortunately, it was mentioned less than 10 times, and it is only by our Tom, GE, and our TTM. And yeah, it wasn't mentioned as much as it should, but it's okay. And now for the part that I like, the quotes. For some reason, today's session is very enlightening for me in terms of the quotes. Well, not for some reason. It's because the topic that is chosen is very exceptional. So I like it. There's a lot of quotes that I get from this. The first one being, for as long as we live, there'll be war. Only the dead are those who knows the end of war. And that is said by our Tom. And yeah, and that is quite something that resonates with you even after you leave the meeting. And the second is your past doesn't determine your future, which is said by our only speaker. And it is a good reminder every now and then that you are human. You are capable of making mistakes. So don't resent yourself too much. Don't punish yourself for the mistakes that you did in the past. Because if you keep resenting yourself, you wouldn't be able to experience anything new, or you would not dare to venture into something that is new in your life. And the third, I think this is from Table Topics. War and peace, it's two sides of the same coin, which is said by our guest, Juan. And yeah, and again, there's a very enlightening quote. And in correlation to that, if you want peace, be prepared for war, which is said by Pippet. And then, yeah, that is very, as somebody who is still on the process of becoming mature, sometimes we still think in a way that the world is black and white. But truth be told, like it's not. You know, sometimes we just have to accept the fact that some things are just intertwined with each other, such as peace and war. And the next quote is, war does not happen only on the outside, but it happens on the inside too. And yeah, that is so true. And for somebody, I think
Thank you so much, Pia, who we didn't even know that she was coming today. And then when a second she came to the Zoom, and then we just threw her this role-taking situation as grammarian, and she gracefully did it and also delivered her evaluation, the grammarian report, really well. Thank you so much. The curveball thrower, yes, I'm more a direct ball thrower. All right, so thank you. Now let's go to our next session, which is usually table topic evaluation, but we don't have it today. But next one is general evaluation. So me, we have a lot of challenges today because not only our members are actually not that many now because of the increase in fee and stuff, but also unfortunately not many of them also did not come today because of their family matters. Some of them are actually on the way somewhere, things like that. But however, it didn't stop us from having a quality meeting. The purpose of having Toastmaster meeting is for us to learn something new, to practice public speaking, to support each other, things like that. I think we can successfully do that today. Yeah, so no regrets. So next time maybe we need to prepare this a week before. Then I'll try my best then, instead of a day before or even the day when it actually happens. Okay. Now I would like to ask Sunny to share the voting form. Yes.
Yes. This time we use the Google Forms. So please copy and then paste to your Google browser and then click which one is your favorite. Can you do that, guys?
Yes, I can.
Okay, please vote. We have 6 speakers eligible from all of the 9 speakers today. Wow, 9 speakers is many.
Nice, right? Thank you so much. While waiting for that, I would like to ask for feedback from guests. Yeah. So usually we wait until the end, but I figure Sandy will need to make certificate, things like that. So I'll just buy the time by asking Juan, when do you want to be our member?
Member.
Yes. Don't
Maybe
you
later.
later?
Yeah, later maybe. I don't know when.
Yeah, because we need speakers. So if you want to speak more than 2 minutes, right, then be a member. Then we also have certificate that can be sent to your boss as well if you want. Yeah. So a lot of, I don't know though, a lot of us use it as to, what is it called, to make our resume look a lot better with the certificate. Yeah. You will be a certificate of what is one of the collaborators? What is it? Can you guys tell me? Persuade. What's the name one of the paths?
Persuasive influencer.
Persuasive influencer.
Persuasive influence,
Or
dynamic.
persuasive influence, something like that, right? So level 5 in persuasive influence. So it looks cool, Juan. Yeah. So looking forward to call him Toastmaster Juan. Right. So next one is Yvonne. Welcome back, Yvonne. How do you feel about today's meeting?
Yeah, sure. Every time come to join your meeting, I feel so peace, and every time I learn a lot. Even the meeting time not very long, but I think it's good. It's good. Thank you.
Thank you so much for always supporting us as well. Yeah. So you are merrymaker of this meeting. Now let's go to Patricia. Patricia, what do you think of our meeting today?
I missed the beginning of the meeting because we have power blackout today due to heavy rain and thunderstorm this side of the world. But I really enjoy myself, and I find it is very interesting. I learned something from this meeting, especially when Toastmasters Natalie was doing the evaluation just now. So thank you for having me here.
Thanks so much. Where do you live, Patricia?
Wait, wait.
Where do you live, Patricia?
I'm from Cebu, Sarawak, Malaysia.
There's also blackout in Malaysia, yeah? I thought in Indonesia only.
But I think it is in my district only in Cebu because
okay.
due to heavy rain and lightning.
Yeah. I thought Malaysia is immune to blackout. Yeah. Nice to know that we share the same fate like in Indonesia. Okay, yes. Oh, partly blame Kayum, yeah. Blame Kayum, the electricity people.
If no blackout, Kayum wouldn't be busy. Oh.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing that. Now let's go to Honey. Honey contacted me last week about delivering her speech here. So how do you feel delivering your speech in Bhinneka?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pipit, for the slots. Because I need to club hop, so I feel proud and represent for my club and then speech in Bhinneka. And also the topic I can take. It is quite challenging and like I can deliver my speech in a new vibes and a new club. So finally I do club hopping and deliver speech again. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Toastmaster Pipit and all Bhinneka team. Thank you.
Anytime, Honey. So we usually don't have that many speakers. So anytime you want to deliver speech, we're open. Okay. So that is it. And then I will give the... Oh, wait, Kayum. I forgot Kayum. Feels like already a member of Bhinneka. I forgot to ask him. Kayum, how do you feel?
Today, actually, I was just looking for, okay, I have been a while, away from Toastmasters. Let me check, is there any Toastmasters class happening around? So I remember back, Bhinneka having their meeting every single Sunday. And I mean, like, okay, let's go here. And what I do is that in the previous evening, like and just now, I said like, oh, the meeting is 6 to 8. So it's going to be 7 to 9 in Malaysia. Because I don't want to miss it again. Because there is one time I want to join, but when I ask, it's already end. Like, oh no. So yeah, it's fun to have you all here. For Juan and the other guests who are visiting Toastmasters, This disclaimer, this is not a promotion part of Bhinneka. They never pay me to do this. But when I always come back to Bhinneka, I always feel the camaraderie was there. There is no limitations of what you can share. There is no limitations on the things that, you know, as a friend to friends, peers to peers evaluation. Hence, I would say Bhinneka is a place for us to, you know, express ourselves, elevate the skills that we have here right now. The only thing right now for me is not able to be a part of members is that I do not have enough money to pay for 3 clubs at this moment if I bring Bhinneka online together with me. As for your information, I have renewed myself to Toihaan Toastmasters, Smedley Chapter 1, and one club is a Heritage Toastmasters. So yeah, if you have free money and you don't know where to put it, I would suggest you to put on me. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all from me. Back to you, Pipit.
Yeah, I thought a lot of blackout in Malaysia. You should be busy and making a lot of money, bro. But no worries, yeah. I was just joking anyway. So we're always happy to have you here. And just like what we know already, once you a Toastmaster member, actually the same. You can join any clubs anyway. So it doesn't have to be the source of conflict, right? Not war. We don't have any war on memberships here, right? So it's okay. Right, thank you so much. Now let's go to Seni, who is ready with the announcement of the best speaker and etc. Seni.
Okay, guys, here is the winning session. Congratulations for our only speaker today, Toastmaster Hani. Pipit or Natalie, would you help me to take the picture of Hani?
Yes, Sunny, I will
Natalie, okay, thank you.
the screen. Okay, honey, in 3, 2, 1, smile. Awesome.
And next is
Thank you so much.
our evaluator. It's you, DTM Natalie.
Okay, supermarket time.
Can
Yeah.
you do it? Like I cannot for some reason. Snapshot.
Yes,
I will spotlight you, yeah? Okay.
Oh, I already.
You ready? Okay.
Okay, wait a second.
Already?
Yeah, 3, 2, 1. Done.
Okay. The next certificate is for one favorite speaker among 6 table topic speakers today. And the certificate goes to Safira Nabila. Congratulations.
Yeah, Bia.
Okay, Bia. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait, one more time. Your eyes are closed. I thought I'm the only one who has this problem because of my.
Well, she said she cannot see. She couldn't see for a month.
I don't mean to go that way, but let us just take the picture one more time, okay?
But it's true, yeah, Bia, yeah.
3, 2, 1. Okay, now it's done.
Okay, that's all the winning certificates for today. Congratulations. And I give the control back to our Tom and GE and also the president. Back to you.
Thank you so much, everyone, for sticking with us till the end. And I would like to remind you again that we have our next meeting. It's a regular meeting, right? So it's 2 weeks from now, which is on 19th of November. So please, if you can carve out time to join us, please do so. But if you want to deliver a speech, please tell us a few days before. Yeah, if you need my number or Natalie's number, if you already have it, then keep it with everyone in meeting. Okay, so.
Also, as a spoiler, the topic of the meeting will be the cobwebs of ignorance.
I wonder who made that theme. Yeah.
Of course.
Me, myself, and I. Okay. All right. Thank you. So that's my number. If anyone wants to deliver their projects in the next meeting. All right. Okay. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much, everyone.
See you in 2 weeks.
Bye. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Stop recording.